Good morning, friends. I hope you have attempted to solve the problem, which I'll just recap. This is a store of size 40 by 30 inside a factory of 120 by 90. The store requires a storage area of 1000 meters square, and materials are stacked in 4 levels in like this. Okay, now the challenge in front of us is to reduce the store area to 600 meters square or lower. Can we go below 600 meters square is what we have to see. The company wants to include a die shop, which is now outside the premises, so that the entire unit can be compressed into one area. So our challenge now is to find a way to get this store to be of 600 meters square or lower. Now the operating conditions was given yesterday. The main condition was that the existing layout is as shown with 4 meters passage in between. The materials inside this store is of two types. One requires a heavy forklift and one requires a lighter, smaller forklift. The heavy forklift requires 4 meter radius of curvature turning, and the lighter forklift requires a 3 meter radius of turning. So with this information, let us see how the store area can be minimized step by step. The first step in this is as shown here. Now you see, now we know very well that 20% of the material requires the bigger forklift. So out of 1000 meters square, if you can get 200 meters square approximately area for the heavy material, then that can be good enough to hold the 20% material. So the remaining areas can be earmarked for the 3 meter radius of curvature required forklift. So the first step will be to reset all the passages. So let's say we decide that the first passage, we will keep it as it is with 4 meter. Okay. So you have on the first passage is catering to two columns, and there are each column is of got 16 rows. So you have 32 into 4 into 2, almost it comes to 240 square meter storage area. So that should be enough. Of course, there is some racks missing here. We will see how to arrange that later. So now first thing we do in this exercise is to rearrange all the row width. So the first row is of 4 meter width. The second, third, and fourth row is of 3 meter width only. And the last row is also of 3 meter width. Okay. And also you eliminate the wasted areas. You eliminate the wasted area so that instead of and you add one more row here. You eliminate the wasted area. Instead, you add one more row here. So instead of 16 rows, now it becomes 17 rows. Okay. And this 4 meter passage is pretty wide, you know. Normally, the forklifts, they are entering and going through this passage straight. So you don't need a 4 meter passage. You need only a 2 meter passage for the forklifts to move forward or backward. Only to turn, you require a bigger passage. Here, in this case, we can, instead of closing this gate, what we do is we just we make the a kind of shuttering so that about 3.1 meter gate is widely open, and the balance 1 meter goes to form another rack. So you see here now, you see that this passage is now narrowed from 4 meter, it has come down to about 3.1 meter. And here you have the additional row is added here. Okay. So, and we reduce the columns from 10 to 9. You have first column is here, and then you have 4 different columns. So by doing this exercise, we are able to get the width reduced from 30 meter to 25 meter, because all these 4 passages save you 1 meter each. And at the last, you add one column which we removed. So the first step, we narrow this passage to 3.1 meter instead of 4 meter, and we increase the number of rows from 16 to 17, and we decrease the number of columns from 10 to 9. This, and we eliminate all the wasted spaces. So this makes the store now of size 39 meter length and 25 meter width. Earlier, you might recollect that it was 40 meter by 30 meter. Now it has become 39 by 25. So almost a reduction of around 20% we are achieving straight away by this first attempt. I hope I'm clear. Okay, still the problem is not yet over. We are now trying to find a way to reduce this. This is the first attempt. The first attempt is to narrow this passage from 4 meter to 3 meter, reduce the width of the other passages from 4 meter to 3 meter, and maintain one passage at 4 meter. So this leads to a reduced number of columns and an increased row from 16 to 17. Now, what is the storage area you have achieved now is 1096. You require 1000 meter square. You still have 1096 meter square. No issues with the storage problem. Next one you find is that the next step. Okay, once this step stabilizes, you go to the next step. What you do now is you remove the store office from here. This area was occupying the store office. So you remove the store office from here, move it to outside the store. Okay. And then you fill this gap. Okay. So that your 20% material can be stored very easily. Okay. Because now you have got 17 rows and 2 columns, that is 34 racks catering to the 20% material. 34 racks, it means that each rack has got 4 levels. So 34 into 4 works out to 132 into 2 meter square. So you have approximately 264 meter square area here itself. Okay. So, and you see the other next step is that you eliminate the last column. Column 9 is removed. You find that now this whole store is reduced to 21 meter square, 21 meter width and 39 meter length. The passage we changed already. So now this is the second step. In the second step, we maintain the same 17 rows, but we reduce column number 9. So now it becomes only 8 columns and it forms this shape. So column 1 and column 2 are now fully occupied with the 20% heavy material, and the store office is moved out. Now this becomes a Pakka store. Okay. So now what is happening is that you have a store area is now reduced to 819 square meter. Instead of the earlier 975, now it becomes 819 because you reduced 4 meter width. So it becomes 39 into 21. It becomes a 4 meter reduction. Now it's become 819 square meter. Now, after this, we can do one more step. What is it you are doing parallelly? is that you, as I told you earlier, you have 5-meter height here, and as it is sloping upwards, the height here becomes around 5.5, 5.7, 5.8 meter. So you can increase one more level. Now we have eliminated so many racks that we have got extra racks, that you can use those extra racks by increasing the number of levels. Of course, you got to make sure that the load bearing capacity of the racks, the columns are good enough. Once you ensure that, instead of 4 levels, you can make it 5 levels. Even what I have seen personally is that the Z axis is normally not filled up. If you go and check a rack, especially the upper racks, you will find hardly 30 mm or 30 centimeter or 40 centimeter material lying there, and the balance area is left free because the forklift operator is not sure whether he can stack it properly or not. So instead, what you do, the space between the height between the columns, sorry, the height between the racks is normally 1 meter. You reduce it, make it if possible to 0.9 meter, so that you have G is 0 level. This is the existing 0, 1, 2, 3. So you have 4 levels in the existing condition. In the elevation, you see that the first level is 0, the second level is at 1.1, the third level is at 3.5, and the fourth level is at, the height is 4.5. Now you can slightly modify this to make 5 levels as follows. The first level is at 0.9 meter, and slowly you maintain the same 90 centimeter gap, so that you have 5 levels in the same column. So now you have increased the space by another 20%. Your storage area is increased by 20% without adding to the floor area, because you are using the vertical Z axis. So now you are adjusting the rack height so that it becomes, there are 4 racks including and the ground level, which makes it 5 racks. It looks like this. So this gives you a storage area of again 1360 square meter. You see, it's become huge. The storage area has now become 20% more. So you have 1360 square meter, whereas your requirement is only 1000 square meter. So this gives you the liberty to move the last 2 rows, 2 columns, column 7 and column 8. So you remove column 7 and column 8, this becomes 39 meter by 16 meter. So from the initial 30 meter, now the store has reduced to 16 meter width. And from the 40 meter, it becomes 39 meter. Now you see that the store is now becoming smaller in size by almost 50%, but still it has not achieved the required 600 meter square. We need to achieve that. So it's very simple. The first passage is 4 meter, the second passage and third passage is 3 meter. We eliminated the excess columns because we had excess storage area. And now with this change, you see the major change happening here is that you have now 17 rows, 6 columns, 5 levels. And the storage area is 1020 square meter. The requirement of the factory manager is 1050, and he can accept up to 1000. So now the store has become almost 50%, but still we have not reached the 50%. Is there any way to eliminate now, to reduce? Let's see whether we can. Now you don't have x-axis and y-axis to change. Now what we have is the z-axis. The x-axis and y-axis are put to maximum use, so you don't have any room to change here. So now what we have is the z-axis, the vertical axis, in which you can try to improve upon. Now this area is 5 meter, but as it slope upwards, at 45 meter, it is 7.5 meter. So approximately 1/3, this will be around 5.8 meter here. the height of the building at 16 meter from the wall is approximately 5.8 meter. So maybe we can increase 1 or 2 levels here. So what we do is the next step is that we try to increase one more level at column 4, 5, and 6. You don't do it in column 1 and 2 or 3. So that column 4, 5, and 6 becomes 6 levels. The remaining becomes 5 levels. So now what we have is, and then you eliminate row number 17. So you get to 36.91 meter is your length of the store. 16 meter is the width of the store. You have dimension of the store becomes 36.5 into 16. We have 16 rows, 16 columns, 2 levels inside the store. Column 1, 2, 3 will be of 5 level. Column 4, 5, 6 will be of 6 levels. Storage area is 1056. Factory area is 10,800. And now you see that the store area is reduced to 590 meters square. And the number of racks is reduced to 96. Okay, number of racks is reduced to 96. They have 96 racks. Each is one rack, and each rack has got 4 levels, 5 levels, and 6 levels. So now you see that you have brought the store to approximately 590 meters square. So in 4-5 steps, we have seen that the change is happening. It is moved from 1,200 store area to 590 square meter store area. It initially had 6 rows, 10 columns, and 4 levels, and 1152 square meter is of storage area. And slowly it has progressed, and finally it has reached 16 rows, 6 columns, 5 and 6 levels, and 1056 is the floor area, the storage area, and the floor area is 590 meters square against the required 600 meters square. I have a question. Can this be further improved? Can this store be further reduced? You can think about it, how this store can be further reduced. It's possible to reach a level of 480 square meter. Okay, the same store, it can be even compressed to reach even 450 square meter. Okay, you need to make some compromises here or there. There is some hard work involved. There is some approvals required. But still, this store or the initial store, this store can be reduced to a level of approximately 450 square meter and still have a storage area of around 1050 square meter. I leave it to your imagination. You can think on how it can be done. If you're not able to do that, if you're not able to achieve that 450 square meter, please write to me on 9nchandy@deltaeta.in. I will be happy to send you the solution. It's possible. It's possible, and with some headache and some inconvenience, we will be able to achieve this in one step. If somebody has the foresight to look into it, it's possible to achieve it in one step, but of course, there'll be a 1 month of inconvenience. On the other side, and it will be a very good solution also. It will be an excellent solution because the space wasted will be minimal. The space wasted will be minimal, and you can even reduce it down to 450 square meter easily. Okay. I hope this solution entices you. It gives you an idea of how space can be conserved in the factory. It's only thing what you require is an open mind. An open mind. If you see the result here, From 1200 square meter, you are giving a storage area of 1152. And with 590 square meter, you are achieving a storage area of 1056. So more than 50% of the floor area is vacated, and still you have not lost any storage area. Okay, and you see the racks is reducing from 144 to 96. The number of racks is reducing from 144 to 96. So this is another achievement we have attained here. Okay, and we are utilizing the level Z better than before. And there is a lot of cascading effects because of this reduced space requirement. Now, if you see in this store, the forklift has to run through this entire floor area of 1200 square meter to retrieve material, because material is kept at this corner, it is in this corner, it is running here, it is running here. So the forklift is running, let's say, if it goes inside the factory 10 times a day, it means 1000 minimum 1200 square meter area is there. So at least it is doing a round of around 5 kilometers per day. Now, if you see the last step, what we have achieved is that it's now reduced to hardly 16 meter by 36 meter. So you have reached 590 square meter. So how much ever the forklift runs, it can never run for more than 2 kilometers. Okay. So one time it will run here, it will get all the 20 meter heavy material. 2-3 times it runs here, all the material can be retrieved from this passage. So your forklift running is minimized. The time required to retrieve material is minimized. The manpower required to retrieve material is minimized. Now the headache needed to monitor the staff, that is minimized. So everything is close enough so that the entire store functions more effectively, more profitably, and materials can reach the workplace much faster. Imagine this whole area, when it was 30 meter by 40 meter, if you need to reach a material to the shop floor, it has to run 30-40 meters. Now it's very fast, it's very close by, so that all the materials can reach the required mission within a second, very fast it can reach. Okay, so reducing space, especially inside the stores, has a lot of cascading effects and a lot of benefits for the company, which I urge you to look into and make use of. I hope you have enjoyed this exercise on how to minimize space. Try the problem which I gave you, make the space further reduction and get it to 450 square meter so that you can give to the factory more than 60% of your space. The final result I just gave you. Again, if let's say the turnover of the company was 50 crores and you're making a 2 crore profit, by the moving this die shop inside the factory, you save directly 20 lakhs of rent. So your new profit becomes 2.2 crores, or there's an increased profit of 10% just by moving reducing the store size. I'm not taking the cascading effects into account. Just eliminating the rent gives you a 10% additional profit. Okay. So from this, we stop this session. We will see you next time with another topic. Happy weekend. Thank you.